Quotes from Dhammapada, Easwaran's translation, Volume 3. The mind is the source of all suffering, and it is also the source of all happiness. The greatest gift is to give people your enlightenment, to share it. It has to be the greatest. All wrongdoing arises because of mind. If mind is transformed, can wrongdoing remain? The secret of health for both mind and body is not to mourn for the past, not to worry about the future, or not to anticipate troubles, but to live in the present moment wisely and earnestly. Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little, and if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick, and if we got sick, at least we didn't die, so let us all be thankful. You can search throughout the entire universe for someone who is more deserving of your love and affection than you are yourself, and that person is not to be found anywhere. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. There is nothing more dreadful than the habit of doubt. Doubt separates people. It is a poison that disintegrates friendships and breaks up pleasant relations. It is a thorn that irritates and hurts. It is a sword that kills. There is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. Your work is to discover your world and then with all your heart give yourself to it. The past is already gone, the future is not yet here. There's only one moment for you to live, and that is the present moment. Believe nothing, no matter where you read it, or who said it, no matter if I have said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense. If you want to fly, give up everything that weighs you down. To conquer oneself is a greater task than conquering others. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. The way to do is to be. Everything that has a beginning has an ending. Make peace with that and all will be well. Let go of your attachment to being right, and suddenly your mind is more open. If a man speaks or acts with an evil thought, pain follows him. If a man speaks or acts with a pure thought, happiness follows him, like a shadow that never leaves him. In a controversy, the instant we feel anger, we have already ceased striving for the truth and have begun striving for ourselves. The foolish man conceives the idea of self. The wise man sees there is no ground on which to build the idea of self, thus, he has a right conception of the world and well concludes that all compounds amassed by sorrow will be dissolved again, but the truth will remain. To enjoy good health, to bring true happiness to one's family, to bring peace to all, one must first discipline and control one's own mind. If a man can control his mind, he can find the way to enlightenment, and all wisdom and virtue will naturally come to him. What you think you become. What you feel you attract. What you imagine you create. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. Let us always meet each other with a smile, for the smile is the beginning of love. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. One moment can change a day, one day can change a life, and one life can change the world. You only lose what you cling to. What you are is what you have been. What you'll be is what you do now. Let go of yesterday. Let today be a new beginning and be the best that you can, and you'll get to where God wants you to be. It is easy to see the faults of others, but difficult to see one's own faults. One shows the faults of others like chaff winnowed in the wind, but one conceals one's own faults as a cunning gambler conceals his dice. One who acts on truth is happy in this world and beyond. Just as a fletcher straightens an arrow shaft, even so the discerning man straightens his mind, so fickle and unsteady, so difficult to guard. The greatest victory is the victory over oneself. Happiness is a choice, not a result. Nothing will make you happy until you choose to be happy. No person will make you happy unless you decide to be happy. Your happiness will not come to you. It can only come from you. Whatever words we utter should be chosen with care, for people will hear them and be influenced by them for good or ill. The thought manifests as the word. The word manifests as the deed. The deed develops into habit. And the habit hardens into character. So watch the thought and its ways with care. And let it spring from love, born out of concern for all beings. It is not what we get, but who we become, what we contribute, that gives meaning to our lives. The only real failure in life is not to be true to the best one knows. He is able who thinks he is able. Speak the truth, do not yield to anger, give, if thou art asked for little, by these 3 steps thou wilt go near the gods. The fragrance of virtue is unsurpassed by any scent, even that of flowers or sandalwood. Better to live one day seeing the rise and fall of things than to live 100 years without ever seeing the rise and fall of things. The wise ones, ever meditative and steadfastly persevering, alone experience nirvana, the incomparable freedom from bondage. A good friend who points out mistakes and imperfections and rebukes evil is to be respected as if he reveals a secret of hidden treasure. To be always thinking I, this is the doorway to hell. To be ever thinking of others, this is the entrance to paradise. If anything is worth doing, do it with all your heart. What is the appropriate behavior for a man or a woman in the midst of this world, where each person is clinging to his piece of debris? What's the proper salutation between people as they pass each other in this flood? Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to get more life-changing quotes from popular books.